video game show. It's a video game show. It's not a game show about videos. It's a video game show.
Welcome to the GamerCast Network video game show for Sunday, December 6th, 2009. This is episode 171. I'm Chad, and this week for the roll call, a question from Oki. What is your favorite side quest in a role-playing game? Or, in what game did you find a side quest more interesting than the main story? And joining us this evening is Keith.
Baldur's Gate 2, when you have to go back and fight that red dragon to get the +5 Holy Avenger for your paladin. Because it actually was a pretty tough fight if you didn't use, like, the thief laying trap tactics, which I never got into.
Stupid thieves.
And what is the Holy Avenger? A big-ass sword?
Yeah, it's a big-ass two-handed sword that does a whole bunch of bonus crap when the paladin uses it.
Bonus crap.
+5 Sword of Sweetness. And then also you could take the red dragon scales and go get red dragon armor forged from it. So it was a double whammy.
Next on the list is Ivan.
I don't remember a lot of the side quests I do, so the one I'm picking is because it's one of the few that I vividly remember, and that's a World of Warcraft side quest. When you first start in Outland, in Hellfire Peninsula, one of the earliest quests is this little guy in the back of the mountain of in Hellfire Peninsula, where the starting area. He lost his keys, some boars, the big honking boars that run around Outland. One of the boars ate his keys, and so you have to follow these boars around until they crap, and you have to search their crap for this dude's car keys.
My favorite side quest is not a side quest, because it's not a role-playing game, but it's more of a side mission. There's the game Far Cry 2, which is an open world, do anything you want, first-person shooter. And I really did not play any of the main missions in that game. I did all the side quests. And the favorite side quest side mission was basically taking out convoys of trucks to get better and better weapons. Because every time you destroyed a convoy, the weapons dealers would have better gear, because they were basically stealing from the convoys. So, all about getting better gear. This week on the GamerCast Network. The next Podtoid runs primarily on user questions and whatever news comes up, but since it's December, don't expect too much out of the news segment. In Uncle Gamer Radio episode 128, Paris is joined by Chris from the Just Talking podcast. They discuss Black Friday and why staying home watching their favorite Blu-ray movies sounds like a better idea. Gamertag Radio is releasing the last show for 2009. Find out Game of the Year, Biggest Surprise, Sleeper Hit, and more on Best of 2009 show on episode 221. The VGA Awards are this week, and Podtacular is awaiting the announcement about Halo Reach. Tune into episode 212 for a live discussion about the announcement and what questions will be going through everyone's mind. Discover the community that brings you all these great podcasts and more at GamerCastNetwork.com.
Next topic.
I'm going to refrain from admitting this.
What?
Because
What?
I don't want to.
You sucked another man's didn't you?
No. It's almost as bad, though.
What? Speak up. You've gone down the path. You clearly shut up and not said anything.
I have gone down the path.
So speak up.
And hold on. Hold on.
What? Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
What was the, didn't BioWare make a Baldur's Gate game thing or something for, like, the PlayStation?
Yeah, they made Baldur's Gate for the console as well, and it was kind of like a hunted...
It's like Champions of Norath, one of the action role-playing games.
Exactly. It was pretty good. It was a lot of fun, actually.
Yeah, those are good ones. Why?
Why doesn't... I don't know. Did BioWare do that, then? Because why doesn't it show up on the list?
I don't know if BioWare did that one.
No, you should just look up, what was that one called? Baldur's... Yeah, Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance and Dark Alliance 2. That's them.
Dark Alliance. So, I've never played Baldur's Gate then.
Oh, dude, it's an excellent game. It still is fun.
All these times you've mentioned Baldur's Gate, I've been thinking of the Dark Alliance series.
Oh, no. This is the computer one. Honestly, dude, I can let you borrow it. It is a ridiculous amount of fun.
What kind of game is it then?
Did you play Knights of the Old Republic?
No.
Or Neverwinter Nights?
No.
What about Mass Effect? You played that, right?
Yes.
Okay, it's like that, except you're clicking around on the screen instead of running around with the analog sticks.
But no, Mass Effect is still a shooter, almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm talking that kind of gameplay, but it's a click and... I don't know. That's a weird one to describe how you play it.
You can play it as like a turn-based Diablo, almost.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is.
It's turn-based?
You can play it that way if you want. You can pause time.
Oh, boy.
You can pause time to give order. Like, you can hit pause and give order to your troops, and then as soon as you hit go, like, your guys run out. And by troops, I mean you have 6 people in your party. It's a very good story from the role-playing element. It's not incredibly great to be playing through multiple times because everything's kind of in the same spot, but it is a lot of fun to play through. I can't believe you really never played Baldur's Gate 2. Did you play Icewind Dale?
I don't know what a Icewind Gale is.
Dale.
Icewind Dale. It was another game in the same kind of vein.
I realized why, because it looked like it was released in like 99, 2000, and that was right when I was unemployed and didn't have a good computer. Remember, it took me forever to play Diablo 2.
Yeah, that's right. But wow, I really have to let you borrow that game because it's an awesome game. That's one of those games you can wander off on side quests and just...
Yeah, you can spend days and days doing side quests and not even touch the main quest.
That's bad for me, because I'm the kind of person who likes to clear out his quest log. I like doing all the quests.
Yeah, this will have you going. And then also, depending on who's in your party, all of them have extra side quests. Because you're allowed 6 people in your party, but there's this whole plethora of people that you can choose from. I'm kind of saddened that you didn't get to experience that. And that's one of those ones where, honestly, you can play it now and you would have a blast.
Next topic.
Now, joining us a bit late is Bob. And Bob, what is your favorite side quest from a game?
I was going to give a kind of a snarky answer that I never give a shit about the main quest as long as they're side quests. I will exhaustively finish every single side quest before advancing the plot of whatever game I'm playing.
Yeah, I do that too, just so I don't miss any. Because I hate missing the quest. I hate it.
Yeah, there's several reasons for doing this. One is, yeah, I do loathe missing any portion of the game that I paid for. And 2, the main quest is always the most annoying and least rewarding. Like, you can do side quests and get gear and experience and, influence in the town and up your reputation and all this stuff. The main quest, I mean, it's always some annoying-ass boss fight, and, there's always a trick, I had to hit him behind the left kneecap, and I wouldn't have died those 12 times. And then when you finally kill him, all you do is get now you're infected with the plague, and half your abilities go away, and you don't get any more equipment. And you're like, great, that's fun. That's actually why I stopped playing Neverwinter Nights 2, is because if you advance the main plot of the game, you end up with some wilting disease that you constantly have to be eating spirits and stuff for in order to keep all of your abilities at the certain level. But if you eat all the spirits, you turn evil, and if you don't eat the spirits, you wither away and die. It ruined the game, honestly. I put up with it for I'm assuming about 3/4 of the play based on what I was reading.
I never finished it.
Yeah, and I never finished it.
Neverwinter Nights 1 I finished. That was awesome.
Yeah, Neverwinter Nights 1 I finished multiple times, then played all of the expansions that I could possibly find.
Shadows of Under whatever, and yeah, dude, those are all games. Honestly, Ivan, you wouldn't have to buy a game until... Jesus.
Neverwinter Nights 1, and then play through the game, and then you play through the Hordes of Undertide, and then play through Hordes of Underdark, and your guy ends up being level 40, and it's 60 hours of gameplay or something ridiculous. It's really fun.
That's the problem with games, is you never know if when you finish the main quest, if you can even go back and do the side quests anyway.
That's why you got to do it before you move on in the main quest.
And you always feel like much bigger badass when you show up to a boss fight that you're supposed to be 5 levels lower for. And he's like, ha ha ha, I've taken over the town. I am Overlord Drool, and I will destroy... Ah, God, my face! Oh, what are you doing? Your powers are so horrendously mighty. Yeah, that's always fun, too.
That's how I like my women.
Nice. I was laughing when you started saying that, Bob, because you said like you paid for this game, you want to go do all the quests that you can. I remember doing, was it Diablo? I don't remember. Oh, it was Titan Quest. We'd be playing Titan Quest, and it's one of those games where you have the map, and as you walk through the map, it turns from like gray to you can see the stuff on the map, and we'll be wandering off doing stuff, and there's Bob way over on the side, and we're like, Bob, what are you doing? He's like, I haven't cleared this part of the map yet. Need to see all the map.
See, that's why also when Bob and I play together, it's very convenient because we both do that. So there's no, well, what are you doing? It's, well, dude, we still have to go over there. That corner of the map is still black. Even though we finished the quest that's have to be done here, but...
The map isn't a perfectly defined rectangle. We're not done yet.
Next topic.
So, someone in Taiwan beat World of Warcraft.
How?
Let's see. Apparently there are 986 achievements, and he got all 986. Although technically, he's still missing one. He actually got credited for another one twice.
Then he wouldn't have them all, would he?
It was a holiday achievement that he didn't get, so I think it was the Christmas one, so he's got to wait like 2 weeks for that holiday to come up so that he can do it.
So he has killed in the game approximately 390,895 creatures and finished 5,906 quests.
Dude, he is the king of all gophers.
He is, but I still take issue with beating that unless he has laid hands on every single piece of equipment that can drop in the game. The whole thing about Warcraft, it is open-ended, and you keep doing runs for better equipment. So unless he's got every single piece of equipment he could possibly want and has touched every single unique item in the game, he hasn't won.
And that's the thing is, like, my guild has cleared all of the current content, but I still don't have all the best gear for my character. So you can get the achievements that you need to get without all the best gear. You could actually do it without being a super hardcore uber character guy.
Just as long as the rest of your guild is.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's also something very important we're missing here, is that achievements are retarded. And so I don't consider that beating a game if you get the achievement.
No, achievements are just nice, and only if you get something for them. Well, no, I can't say that, because we did play Left 4 Dead and said, let's just get the pistol achievement because we'll get the pistol achievement. Because, like, we were just looking for new things to do with it. That's when we actually start doing achievements, is when we're looking for new things to do.
Maybe that's a dated statement, because maybe they used to be retarded, and maybe I've jumped on the bandwagon with everybody else. But I don't go out of my way just to get achievements.
But some of them are cool, like that one. Like you said, you were looking for something else to do. That's a cool reason to get an achievement. Like there's one where if you melee, not even melee, if you use the melee ability of your gun, when you push them back with your gun, if you do that to the clowns, their noses honk at you.
Oh, that's what happened. Oh.
Yeah, there's an achievement for doing that like 10 times, and that you're going out of your way to do something silly just for an achievement. But like the only using a melee weapon for an entire map or only using pistols for an entire map is actually something else to do.
And that's when, honestly, I look at most achievements, is when I'm looking for something else to do. Beyond that, it didn't matter. Now, I really like Borderlands achievement structure. That's still, to me, the coolest achievement structure there is, because you're not looking, you're not doing anything, you're just kind of chugging along, and...
Boom, here's 5,000 experience, because you just killed 1,000 humans.
Exactly. It's just kind of nice.
That's the other unique thing about Borderlands, is achievements don't just give you a pretty little achievement, it gives you experience points.
Next topic.
Hellgate's coming back, kind of.
Really?
Yes. Remember that Hellgate shut down, and a company called Handbitsoft picked it up and continued to work on it. And last month, they officially announced they were developing Hellgate Resurrection.
How ironic.
Yes. And the beta launched on the 17th of November, and they are planning on launching the full game in South Korea on December 8th.
So you gotta buy the game again?
Well, I'm not sure about that, though. Well, this right now is only for South Korea.
I was going to say, it doesn't sound like we can buy it.
Yeah, they do plan on putting a server in the U.S. sometime, but for right now, it's only South Korea. Now, they have two business models they're going with. Apparently, there is a monthly subscription fee, and there is just a free basic content version. I don't know what that means.
Like the method they already had in place, kind of.
Probably. The game itself actually is different, apparently. They didn't just use the old source code. They updated it a little.
Oh, no, if they're launching in South Korea, it's going to be a grind-tastic, because that's what they like. Tedium, apparently, is popular for the Asians. We like zombies.
Here's what they did. They did some more class balance. They put something in called a character advancement system, and then they took off the level cap. So you can just keep right on grinding right all the way.
Wasn't really a problem for me in the first time.
Yeah, but you're not Asian. You don't grind.
Yeah.
And then they announced that they're actually adding in a new expansion, Hellgate Tokyo.
It's not going to be the same game, so I don't care.
Wait, even if it comes back over here, even if they put up a server and have it free to...
Oh, I liked it because I liked it. It's not going to be the same
If you liked it so much, why did you quit playing it?
because it was buggy as hell. And every time they addressed bugs, all they did it was for single player because they're retarded. I don't know. It depends if I have to buy it again, and it's full price.
That's true. If I don't have to buy it again, yes, I will try it.
You know you're going to have to. They picked up the naming rights is essentially all they did. And they've got the source code, but they tweaked the hell out of it. So they're going to sell it as a new game.
And I'm a weak-willed American consumer, so hey, how's it going?
Depends. Is this before or after Diablo?
Ooh, good point.
If the game's coming out already and there's an expansion in early 2010, I'm guessing this will be before Diablo.
That would be smart of them.
That would behoove them, yes. Behoove.
Behoove.
To
Not
be
behoove.
To be hooven.
Behoove.
Behooven.
Hoven.
Next topic.
Okay, moving right along.
Footloose and fancy free.
Hey, I didn't even have to do it.
Ivan, since you just tried Team Fortress 2,
Yay!
do you want to have any words on that?
It's actually a really, really good game for deathmatch type stuff. That's all it is. It's just team deathmatch. So the different classes are actually a hell of a lot of fun. The spy is really, really cool. It's unlike anything any class you've ever seen in a game. You know, they've got the heavy guy with the big machine gun, they've got the sniper, they've got the soldier, they've got the medic, you've got the scout, which is the fast guy. But the spy is actually really cool because he can cloak himself and sneak up behind people and backstab them and disguise himself as other... this is all information you already know. It turns out, though, that when playing with... You need at least like 4-on-4 for it to be any good. So if you've got 8 people, it's actually a hell of a lot of fun. And I'd never played it. Owned it for the Xbox since whenever the Orange Box came out. Never played it on the Xbox and never owned it on the PC. But some friends from work play every Thursday, and I joined them last week, and it was a lot of fun.
And does Team Fortress 2 feel less neglected now?
Yeah, I talked to him earlier.
Came to an understanding?
Yeah, he's all right now. I don't remember how to do the voice, so.
Oh, that's funny you forgot.
Next topic.
Let's see here. Pick a number, 1, 2, or 3.
3.
3?
3.
I don't like 3.
But you just said pick 1, 2, 3. So you, in your opinion.
Dude, just make number 3 the one you want.
Yeah, I don't know the difference.
It's better than 1 and 2.
Do you actually know what I'm talking about there, Ivan?
Well, I'm assuming because you have 3 stories left: Blood Bowl, Silent Hill, and Battlefield.
Are we not talking about bodily excrement? Because I'm curious what 3 is.
Dude, I gotta take a massive 3. Give me a second.
I mean, that's where I thought we were heading with this, and I'm just really curious, so I'm choosing 3.
Okay, number 3. So, a long time ago, we mentioned a game from EA called Battlefield Heroes. So, this is a casual shooter that EA made, and it's a free-to-play game. It's free to play. You can go on, download the software, you play through your web browser, and it's a full third-person Battlefield-type game. And the only thing is, if you want to, you can spend money and buy some equipment in the game. Now, if you normally play the game, you can still get points to get this gear, but it takes you longer because they had different price amounts. If you use the free cash you got from the game, it costs a little bit more than if you had...
It's like using Canadian money.
Yeah, essentially, yes. They were different amounts. Sorry to our friends in Canada for that joke.
Battlefield Heroes is the one that kind of looks like Team Fortress 2. It's kind of comic looking.
Yeah, toonish, sort of. Apparently, lots of people were playing this game, but most weren't actually, spending money.
Uh-oh. Business model fail.
Yeah. So what does EA do? They break it.
They restructured all the prices, yes.
Of course they did.
Everything had 2 different price amounts. One was based on free money, one was based on real money. The free amount money went way the hell up, and the real money cost of items went down.
Of course.
If you want to not have to spend money on the game, you have to play essentially 5 or 6 hours a day to get the same amount that was probably an hour or 2 beforehand. So they really jacked all the prices up on everything. They're making people have to spend money to have.
No. They're not making you spend money on anything.
Yeah, but the difference here is that the stuff that you buy actually gives you an advantage in the game. You're buying upgrades, essentially.
But it's a free game. We've discussed this before. I'm sorry. It's a free game. You're not paying for anything. So who cares you have to spend 20 hours or 50 hours? It's for free. You don't have to pay anything. It's just there. If you don't want to buy it, then play it for free. But don't stand there and complain about how this game that the people made that I'm playing for absolutely no money is gimping me. Boo-hoo-hoo. No.
I like how you end this article, Chad.
How did I end it?
Needles to say, people are upset.
Needles.
So I forgot an S.
Needles, yes.
I've had a bad week.
Needles to you, my friend. Needles.
You've been needled.
You know, I don't need this this week, so...
You never need it.
I know I never need it. I'm just saying.
But you get it anyway because we care.
You like it. You like it.
Yeah.
You always come back. You always come back.
It's like that chick that's really not that good looking, but gives a really, really good so it doesn't matter that she's really not that good looking. You put up with it anyway. That one? Yeah, that's what it's like. That's what our torment is like to you. A from an ugly chick, but a good
Video game show like a from an ugly chick. It ain't pretty, but you keep coming back for more.
Next topic.
Okay, we're going to move on now.
How do you move on from that?
I don't know. We're going to try.
I can't move past that.
We're going to do Mailbag right now. Somebody, give me a hand here.
That's clapping for Mailbag.
I'm not laughing.
It wasn't really that funny.
Let's just assume that was the intro to the Mailbag, unless someone wants to throw in right now with an intro to the Mailbag, please.
How many times can we go Mailbag?
Apparently one more right there. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
He tricked you.
You tricked me!
He used his wile to get you to say it.
He's like Rumpelstiltskin. He tricked you into saying his name.
Here is some voicemail, which should work this time.
Hey, my name's James, and I'm just calling in to answer the question of the week that you guys had. How long would you spend playing video games if you were housebound? I tore some muscles in my back at work, so I've been off waiting for workers' compensation and physiotherapy and all that good stuff. So I've been playing video games for a month and a half. Been homebound for that long. It gets really boring.
I want to go outside.
So I'm writing to you guys because I want you to help me end it all.
I have a gun, but I can't reach it.
Basically, my day is wake up, sit on the couch, turn on my Xbox, play a lot of games, and go to sleep. And yeah, it's not as fun as you might think. I just thought I would share that, seeing as that was your question. Yeah, a month and a half.
Yeah, just so you know, a month and a... No. Dude, a month and a half.
I still have about 3 weeks until I can go back to work. And I just have a good day. Bye.
That sucks. Shattered dream pie to you, my friend. You know you're in bad shape, and you're like, I just want to go to work. I've
been playing for a month and a half, and it's not fun anymore. I want it to be over.
Can I please leave my house? Can I please wipe my own ass? I can't take it anymore.
Next topic.
Hey guys, this is Cicadum. I have 2 questions. 1. Will Diablo 1 or 2 run on a non-gaming laptop?
Yes.
You'll probably be crippled come bail runs.
You know what? It runs on anything. And that's straight from the developers because it was made to use like direct draw that nothing supports. And unless you have one of those old ass graphics cards that came out when the game came out, there are going to be parts of the game that are going to chug. And there's no matter how fast your processor is, there's nothing you can do about it. Or how good a graphics card is because it was made for something that isn't supported anymore. because it's a 2D game.
Let's see here now. But he's also asking if it's compatible with Vista.
Sure, why wouldn't it be?
I don't see why it wouldn't be.
I just searched real quick, and yes, you can make it work with Vista.
Actually, no, I was about to say, I know you can make it work with Vista because I played with Chris, who had Vista.
The one magic thing you can have to do to make it run a hell of a lot better is run it in a window.
Windowed full screen, not full screen mode, but windowed mode that takes up the whole screen. Maximized. That's what it is.
Maximize.
Windowed mode maximized.
And I don't understand his second question here.
What's the second question?
You really want to hear this?
Yes.
Sure.
I have a friend who is incredibly innocent.
Ooh.
He scares the hell out of me because...
Oh, he?
That's not fun. How the hell? I don't even want to hear the rest of this.
Yeah, there we go. Good, thank you.
He's got the prettiest lips.
Skin like porcelain. I just want to... Well, anyway, guys.
Okay, we'll move on.
Next topic.
Next piece of mail. Maybe the last piece of mail. This is from Llama Mama. Okay, so I'm in a situation where I can basically get Left 4 Dead 2 or Borderlands for the PC. Personally, Borderlands seems more interesting, but does GameSpy make playing with friends too difficult?
GameSpy makes it annoying, but it's workable. You can make it work without too much trouble with just editing some files. It's no big deal. But it really depends on how many friends you have and how often they can play. Because Left 4 Dead is really not a whole lot of fun at all by yourself.
No.
When you first get it, it'd be fun to play by yourself for about an hour, and then you'll realize it's not that much fun.
It's like sex, kids. Much funner with a partner.
Borderlands, you can actually play by yourself, and it's actually tolerable. It's more fun with friends, but it's possible.
And like sex, the more people you have, the more fun it is.
But no more than 3 friends.
But no more than 3. There's kind of a limit there. Turns into some Romanesque thing that nobody really wants to be involved with.
And someone's puking in your vestibule, and it's just never fun.
I mean, but if you always have 3 people to play with, no matter what, that's a good question, actually. I would think that Borderlands would probably give you more gameplay. I mean, Left 4 Dead's got, 5 maps?
Also, if you have Left 4 Dead, the original Left 4 Dead, then it's no questions asked. Just go right to Borderlands there.
But we'll assume you don't have anything. I would say Borderlands is probably going to give you more.
It's more solo friendly. It doesn't lose anything in the group play, so.
Well, yeah. Unfortunately, the other problem, though, is that like what happened with us is we kind of finished the game through twice and finished all the side quests and leveled to level 50 or whatever the max is, and there's literally nothing else to do.
I haven't. I still play it. I think eventually we'll get more playtime out of Left 4 Dead 2, but it's going to take a lot longer.
Yeah, I think we'll be playing Left 4 Dead 2 longer than Borderlands.
I'm actually curious when the next DLC for Left 4 Dead is going to go out.
Are they still going to do that?
I don't know. I mean, they keep saying they are, so I'm actually very curious.
It seems dumb.
It does seem very stupid.
You know what they could do? What they could do to fix everything that they did with the releasing a sequel a year after the original is to go back and make the maps for Left 4 Dead playable in Left 4 Dead 2. Even if you can't use the same weapons, just you can play the same maps from Left 4 Dead 1 and Left 4 Dead 2. And then including the downloadable content that they're going to release.
That would be cool if they did that both ways, because I would like to hear Francis's take on a lot of things.
Yeah. It would be awesome if that's what they did. They ported the maps and then somehow made it capable of using the guys from Left 4 Dead 1 and Left 4 Dead 2. But that's probably a hell of a lot more involved than any of us think because of the interaction between the characters and everything.
And the character models are a lot more detailed.
I still like the characters from Left 4 Dead 1 a lot better. These guys they're not funny.
Rochelle can be funny with some of her strange comments, like Great Lincoln's mullet.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they all have their moments. I just think Left 4 Dead 1 had more where we actually were all laughing out loud moments than Left 4 Dead 2.
And that was Video Game Show episode number 171 for Sunday, December 6th, 2009. Any ham sandwiches, Shadow Dream pies, or apathy cakes to give to the world, gentlemen?
Ham sandwich to Team Fortress 2. He's not as big a douchebag as we thought he was.
We didn't really think he was a douchebag, but...
No, we hated him.
He took my wallet. He won't admit it, but he did it.
He also sucked all the salt off my pretzels and then put the pretzels back in the bag.
That was him? Oh.
Yeah, and that's just disgusting. You don't do that.
No.
It's disgusting, and now you don't have salty pretzels.
Exactly.
It's a lose-lose all around, really.
Oh, I was going to give my Shattered Dream Pie to the Browns.
And as usual, send your comments, questions, queries, concerns, or roll call question to the mailbag at mailbag@videogameshow.org. Skype us at Video Game Show or call us at 320-300-GAME. That is a standard long-distance call and all normal fees apply. And that's a wrap. Good night. So, you want to call it a night there?
Did we finish all the side quests? Because if not, we can keep going.
I think I have enough for a show.
If I talk for another 9 seconds, then we have 60 minutes worth of recording for me.
Oh, I'm going to talk for a couple minutes in a couple minutes here, so...
You're going to talk for a couple minutes here.
I'm going to talk for a couple minutes in a couple minutes here. Which I meant to say.
All right.
Okay, so let's end this. And that was Video Game Show episode number... Did I say show or episode or... Show?
That was show game.
Let's try that one more
Show
time.
game episode,
something.
game of the video show of the game.
Yeah.
Yee-hoo! I need me some cola.
Been one of those weeks.